Okay. Fish on. Woo! Okay, that's something good. I haven't caught one of these guys in a while. There we go, right there. That's a lane snapper if you've never seen one. It's coming up to the top. Look at that. Wait, you might be able to see him. If this is a sailfish, I'm handing it right over to you. Salty Senior got hooked up into his third shark and doesn't want to deal with it, so now here I am. On my live bait! That was on the live bait!
You get the world record blooper?
Yeah, it could be. We're gonna toss in the mangrove. I think this could be another keeper. What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin Salty here today. We're doing some more offshore fishing with Senior Salty here again, and right now we are trolling. Same spread we always do, number 5 planer, 2 planer, shotgun out the middle on top. And we've heard some reports about some smaller mahi around, some kingfish and stuff like that. So first thing we're doing out here is trolling. A little bit different spot. If you guys watched my last offshore fishing video, we were trolling the spot. We got that mangrove snapper, hoping to see if there's any kingfish around over here. And we're gonna shoot a little bit offshore to 100 feet of water, troll over there, then probably do some bottom fishing after that. And we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But we actually did end up catching a little bit of live bait this morning, which we never end up doing. You can see here, there's some hilchards, but they're a little bit on the smaller side. But you know what, a little bit of bait is better than none. So if we see any mahi or something, maybe we'll pitch that out to them. But we're gonna keep trolling here, and we'll see you guys when we get in the fishing action. We're hooked up. I'm trying to do some bottom fishing now since trolling didn't work out. On a bonita strip here at a new spot we found last time we were out here. Looks like we have a triggerfish. Haven't caught one of these guys in a while. There we go. Got a little triggerfish there. Not a keeper though. Bigger ones are very good to eat though, so maybe we'll catch a bigger one and keep it and eat up for dinner, but this one is gonna be going back. Well, we've been weaving through some crapfish, no other way to say it, and we got a little better of a bite here. We'll see what it is, but not having much luck here. Looks like another lane snapper. Caught one other lane today. This is going to be number 2. There we go. Nice pretty fish. There we go, right there. That's a lane snapper if you've never seen one. They have to be 10 inches to keep. This guy probably would just make it, but I think we're just gonna throw him back, right? Yeah, he's just barely keeper. We want something a little bit bigger than that to keep, but here we are. Nice looking fish, but living to see another day. Alrighty, we are hooked up. Just had our pub subs, as always when we come out fishing. Today was roast beef, in case you're curious. And we got hooked up to a fish here that's not too bad. Looks like it's gonna be a mangrove.
Yeah.
Yep, it looks like another mangrove snapper. Look at the fish over there following it. Oh, that's a barracuda.
Oh,
We're gonna toss in the mangrove. I think it's gonna be another keeper.
it looks like a keeper.
I think we're gonna be keeping him. Mangrove snapper catch, clean, and cook part 2. I think they just gotta be 12 inches, right?
I think that's what you said last time.
Right, yeah, 12 inches. Alrighty, 15-inch mangrove snapper. They only gotta be 12 inches to keep. We're gonna be keeping this guy. Doing another little catch and cook here. Here we are, mangrove snapper. Woo! No, you're good. You're fine. Oh, the drag's not even that loose. Okay. Fish on. Woo! Okay, that's something good. That we swing towards the bottom. I don't think it's a shark. It's coming up to the top. Look at that. Wait, you might be able to see him. If this is a sailfish, I'm handing it right over to you. I'm just letting you know. You see the line? What was that? Yeah, on the flat line. On my live bait! That was on the live bait! That was, I swear. He's charging the boat. Oh, he's at the surface over there, you see him? We got a fish on! Woohoo! Flat line on our little live bait that's only like an inch long. Whew. We got finally something good hit the flat line. Now he's doing circles around the boat on the surface. I just really want to see what it is at least. You see what it is? I really hope that's not a barracuda. Yeah, right? It looks like a barracuda. No, it's a bonito. Oh yeah, we need a freaking bonito. Yes it is, yes it is, I promise. That's a bonito. Where's the gaff? Get the practice, I've never used that gaff. Here, give me the camera. Yeah. You got him? Nice shot. Okay, right to the boat. Oh, probably. Wow, you barely kept him. Oh, what were we just saying? What did we say? We needed a bonito today because we just ran out of strips.
We got a lot of strips now.
There we go. Okay, on the flat line. Look at that.
Nice job.
Thank you.
On a bonito on a flat.
Woo! Bonito on a flat line. Let's show you guys our live bait real quick. Since you guys understand, I think I showed you at the beginning, but these are the size of the live bait we're using. This guy's obviously dead, but look how tiny he is. Little tiny pilchards.
Look at the, show the hook. Look where the
Look at that.
In his mouth.
Perfect hook set.
Just on the lip with a little 3-0 hook. Wow, look at that.
Let's take a look at our bonito here. Nice bonito, look at that hook set. Right in the corner of the mouth. You know what, it might not be dinner, but we have that mango snapper, and now we got more bait for the next time we go out. Action. Well, Salty Senior got hooked up into his third shark and doesn't want to deal with it, so now here I am. Reeling it in.
That is true.
He's running up to the front of the boat.
Probably going for the anchor.
Probably going for the anchor line. Not really doing much. Not able to move him. We did think, I'm 80% sure we saw a hammerhead at the surface earlier. Pretty sure I got a good look at his face there, but it'd be cool if it was a hammerhead, but
Think it's a world record grouper?
yeah, it could be.
Oh, damn. Lion?
No. Black grouper.
Oh, okay. Sure feels like one, don't it?
He's digging for that wreck.
Try not to go over with the pole.
Well, I might have got a photo of it on my phone, but that was probably, it was a nurse shark, probably around 8 feet long. It was huge. We got him to the boat, was trying to hand line him, and he just broke off at the boat. I might have gotten a picture of my phone, so if I did, I'll throw that up on the screen, but I think we're done today, right?
Yeah, I think we're done.
We're done. So one bonito, one mangrove snapper,
Couple lanes.
a couple lane snappers today, but that's all we put in the cooler was those two fish. So weird that when we got here, we got that mangrove snapper pretty much right away. Not a single fish landed after that, which is just mind-boggling. So we got a lot to learn still here before Pierce Fishing. Anyways, we're gonna shoot on in and clean up the boat, clean up that fish. We'll be making a nice special recipe with that mangrove snapper in a couple days. So we will see you guys in the kitchen. Yay! Welcome back to the kitchen, everybody. Today we are going to be cooking up our mangrove snapper that we caught, I believe it was 2 days ago. We have it wrapped up in some paper towels right now just to keep our fish nice and dry, keep it fresh. And it's kind of ironic that we're going to be cooking up the same fish that we cooked in our last catch and cook video, which is also a mangrove snapper. Last time we did a fish fry, it was fish and chips minus chips because I forgot them. And so we're going to be going the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Here we're going to be doing something a lot healthier than fish and chips. We are going to be making snapper ceviche. And it is my first time ever making any sort of ceviche, so I am very excited. If you don't know what ceviche is, basically you cut up the fish and you cook it in lime juice, or I don't know if you do lemon juice, I just know that we're going to be doing lime juice today. So basically the acids of the lime will be cooking the fish in the fridge. Takes about half an hour for that to happen. This kind of method, it's quotations the way it cooks it. Maybe sometimes it'll be a little bit raw on the inside. So you want to use a fish that has a good flavor, good quality fish, good quality meat, which we obviously have here. I wouldn't suggest doing this with like a kingfish or anything that's a less desirable meat or a less desirable fish or has any sort of like a fishy taste. So we're going to be using our mango snapper to make some fish ceviche today, which I am very excited about because I don't even know if I've ever had ceviche before. So I'm very excited for today. And something that is really cool is that is actually a mango, not mango based, but mango is a big ingredient in this ceviche. And we have some mangoes here, and we have a lot more of them because at my parents' house, they have a huge mango tree that yields like probably over 100 mangoes. Some get taken from some animals and stuff like that when they drop. We give away a lot of mangoes. We have a ton of mangoes this time of year. So we're actually going to be using the mango that came off of our mango tree, which is really cool. We're gonna start preparing our fish here, cleaning it up, getting it ready to go into its acid bath inside the fridge, and then we are gonna start preparing the rest of the ceviche. Now we got our fish all cubed up here. You can see we kind of just went for like about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick cubes. These look wonderful, and we are going to be placing this into a metal bowl here. It said to use a glass bowl, metal bowl, anything like that that'll do well with the coldness of the fridge. But we're going to use a very small bowl here because we don't have a lot of fish, and it said it was very important that the lime juice covers the fish here. So I figured use a smaller bowl, and if not, we'll grab a bigger bowl, see what works. We're just going to slice up some limes here, and we are going to be squeezing out the juice. We're going to do lime juice, salt, and pepper in here, mix it all together. So we're just going to, I don't have a fancy juicer or anything like that, so we just got to squeeze them all by hands. Also, by the way, all this stuff is going to be linked in the description, the entire recipe. I have about 8 ounces of fish here, so the recipe called for 1.5 pounds of fish. So I'm just diluting the recipe a little bit there, but I will include everything in the description for what you will need, everything we're doing here. Okay, so we have all of our limes squeezed out. You can see we almost cover all the fish. I might just push it down a little bit, like so, try to get it to work. Might just throw a little bit more lime juice I have in the fridge there. We're gonna mix some salt and pepper in with this as well. So we need about, it says 2 teaspoons, so we're doing everything in half. So we'll do like a teaspoon of salt. And it says like 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, but we'll do a little bit more than that. That looks pretty good there. We are going to mix this up. Spoon here. Mix it all together. I can actually already see the white edges of the fish, or the edges of the fish are turning a little bit whiter, which means that the acid is already doing its job cooking the fish, which is very cool to see. Now I got it covered up with some saran wrap, throw it in the fridge, and wait about 1/2 hour for that. Now you have 25 minutes while that is cooking to prep the rest of the meal here for the ceviche, which is going to be adding in some sweet peppers right here. So we got the sweet little mini peppers. We're gonna have to juice an entire orange here. We're gonna cut up a mango. It calls for red onions, but I still have shallots on hand from my last catch and cook video. So we're gonna be using the shallots instead. And we're gonna be cooking up, or we're gonna be cutting up some cilantro here as well. Well, it's the next day. Pretty much actually about 24 hours since we put the ceviche in the fridge. Yes, I know I said half an hour. Well, I learned something new about ceviche, which I didn't really know anything before about it, but so the recipe called for half an hour to leave this marinating in the lime juice for it to cook it. And it wasn't ready. It was completely raw on the inside and just had a white film on the outside. So I was like, all right, we'll leave it in for a little bit longer. Did some more research on it, and apparently 30 minutes is going to get you pretty much like the equivalent to a rare steak. So it's going to be cold and raw on the inside and just cooked on the outside. So I wanted my ceviche cooked all the way through, and it said that would take 4 hours for it to be well done, which I had no idea. And it said medium rare was about 2 hours. So last night I ended up eating something different, and I let this sit. I came back, checked on it over 4 hours later, and it was still pretty rare on the inside. So I was like, well, we're just going to leave it overnight. Left it overnight, came back this morning, was going to start preparing it, and I realized that it still was like, now it was kind of medium rare. So I had to go to work today, and I said, hey, why not? We'll just leave it marinating for 24 hours. So we have it here. And let me tell you, there are some pieces that still are not cooked all the way through. So I'm not sure if my chunks are too big or if it's not supposed to be cooked all the way through. If you guys have made ceviche, let me know in the comments if you guys have run into this difficulty. I used fresh lime juice for the most part. I just topped it off with that bottle. And I don't really know if I did anything wrong or if, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, but it is good enough for us to eat now. So we are going to drain out half of the lime juice out of here, and then we're going to mix this with our mix with the mango, cilantro, onions, and all that kind of stuff, and peppers. Then we are going to juice this entire orange, mix it all together, and then we'll have our delicious ceviche, or hopefully delicious ceviche, to be eating tonight for dinner. Now that we have the fish added and the whole orange squeezed there, we're going to mix on up. Very, very colorful dish, as you can see. Quite beautiful looking. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. And like I said, I don't think I've ever had ceviche before, so this will be a first for me. We have some like Tostito-like crackers to go with it. Alrighty, I'm going to say that looks pretty good to me. Let's grab some chips and start eating. Alright, we got one chip. Kind of get some fish on there, some mango, some peppers. Try to get it all on there. That right there is what we are working with. Anyway. Certainly a lot of flavors to digest there. It's very citrusy, definitely very fresh. I'll give you guys my full honest opinion too. It's good. It is very good, very light, flavorful, nice textures. Things I would have done differently, I probably would have chopped up that fish just a little bit smaller. And maybe the mango is a little bit smaller too. We're gonna go with another chip though. Let's try to get another good bite. I do like it. I think it tastes really good. Here's my one problem with it though. Even though it's big chunks of fish that I'm eating, I feel like the fish is getting lost in there. Like, I'm trying to process all the flavors in my mouth, and I'm not really tasting the fish. And don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but it is really good. It's a very fresh, salsa-like dish, but I wish I just got to taste the fish a little bit more. So I would say if you have a fish that is really special and you're really looking forward to eating it and being able to taste the fish and the textures and the flavor and everything like that, this is not the way to go, because the snapper is definitely getting a little bit lost in the mix with everything else. But altogether, it tastes really good. I'm gonna sit here and devour the rest of this delicious ceviche here, my very first time making it. If you guys have ever made this, like I said, let me know in the comments down below. What would you guys do differently? What have you done differently? All that kind of stuff. Just remember, I am definitely not a chef. I just like cooking for fun and trying new things. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button. Definitely consider subscribing as well if you like this kind of content, and more Catch and Cooks will be posted very soon in the future, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But for now, if you guys did like this video and want to see more like it, I will link another Catch and Cook video over here on the left side of the screen. If you like this video, I think you will really like that one as well. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and until my next video, remember to keep living salty.